Hi, I was coming here to try to do a Petra, I believe Youngblood, I forget her last name, pour. She does this beautiful dirty pour type atomic thing that is just absolutely gorgeous. Started mixing my colors and forgot to put my push in my cup, which happens sometimes. So I'm gonna pour without a big push. And if nothing happens from this, fine. If we get something cool, fine. And it's on video, so I'll remember how to do it. I mixed up 8 ounces of ultra clear Art and Craft epoxy resin. It is a very heavy viscosity resin. I divided it amongst these 5 cups. So in this cup, I pulled together just a little bit more resin out of my initial cup. I scraped it, hoping I'd get just a little bit more in there. In my first cup, I put, again, I was trying to tailor it a little after her, but I messed up. So from Ranger Ink, they have these pearls. These are purple. This other epoxy resin color, it blue violet. I think I ended up with 6 each in this cup, and that's what was created. Then my next cup, I put 6 drops of Octopus Fluids Resin Ink Night Blue. In my next cup, I did something strange too. I used Octopus Fluids Alcohol Ink Caribbean. Anyway, it's an opaque. So I didn't use, she used at Art drops. I'm using this. So might turn out different anyway. Then the epoxy resin color in turquoise. And I did 4 drops of the opaque and 4 drops of the turquoise. That's what I ended up with. In my next one, I did a tiny little bit of Ghost Violet from Eye Candy as my mica powder, my shimmer. And I did violet because originally I was going purpley. Slowly it evolved into not being purpley. Then for my last cup, I did Cast and Craft and I did 10 drops. And actually I did 12 drops is what I ended up with. And that's that. All right, so I have to modify how I pour this to get any push whatsoever. So fingers crossed we get something at least halfway decent. Oh, I see some schmutz in my mold. Let's just clean out the mold a bit first. All right. So I think what I'm going to do first is, like she does, I did not mix my colors. I just decided, since I'm not going to have a lot of color, to not mix them. All right. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of this blue because I need it for the end and I'm not going to have enough for a big push, but that's okay. Just going to do a little bit through here. And hopefully I have a tiny bit that'll work as a push. Now I'm going to do my opaque on top of this. I thought about mixing up some more, but then I said, oh, just go with it. Everything sort of got wonky, so I thought, let's just do it with what I got. All right, then our mica powder, I'm going to do in there, closer to the outside. So I don't really have a lot of hope in this because we don't have enough clear, transparent resin. And this is a pour that I think needs a big push. All right, now I'm going to pour the white next to the mica powder. She also, it does a really nice large mold from Molds and Shapes, which I don't have either. Though I do hope they'll start shipping to the United States again. And you can see now why I would need a big push. And why this may not work. Actually, I'm ending up with more room in my mold than I expected. So you know what? Let's mix up a little more resin real quick. We'll be back. All right. I hope I did that fast enough. So I mixed up 3 ounces more. I'm just gonna pop that into the middle. And hopefully it didn't go too long and it will be able to do something. I don't know. Hopefully it's just not a waste of another 3 ounces of resin. All right. She does give it a hit of heat in the center. So I'm gonna do that. But like I said, I have no idea what's going to come of this. But we'll be back when it's time to unmold it. Hopefully we got something cool. All right, so we're back. At least this side looks pretty. I'm still a little soft, but I'm going to check. I really have no hope. I don't feel confident at all about this, but I am prepared to do another one right after this. We'll see. Yeah, my edge doesn't look anything like her edge looked. All right. Pop that down. All right, here we go. Actually, you know, I actually do like this. It's not perfect at all. I don't even know what you would call this. Definitely a fail. But it still looks kind of cool, right? It does have some cool features to it. I don't really know what that's called. It is very cool though.